Good afternoon, or morning, or evening, or whatever time it is in your time zone. It's afternoon here. I am Wanda Gwen Zimmerman, and I am your team lead for this term. And you will note that I put Gwen in quotation marks because I wasn't given the name Gwen at birth. I was given the name Wanda, but it never seemed to fit so well. So when I got into my 40s, I decided that I was going to be Gwen. I've not changed it legally, and perhaps someday I will, but right now I just keep putting it in parentheses and explaining to people I prefer to be called Gwen. However, you will see Wanda all of the time, and if you call me Wanda, that's fine, and Gwen is fine, and just don't call me late for supper. I didn't make that weak joke. I am fond of videos, and I needed to make a totally new welcome video this term because the old one was indeed very old. I was 64 when I made it, and I'm 65 now. And so here it is. A little bit of my background. I did all of my undergrad work in California. I have a bachelor's degree in English Lit. And I did do some graduate work in California because I have a teaching credential, a multiple subjects teaching credential, and that was postgrad. It's not a master's degree, but it is postgrad, and I completed that at Humboldt State University in California, where I also did my bachelor's. I moved to Missouri. I lived in California for 40 years, moved to Missouri about 20 years ago, and went back to school to get my master's degree after working for 2 years at Walmart because I didn't want to teach anymore. Yeah, I did. And so I went back to school at it was MSSU at that time, but now it is MSU, Missouri State University, where I received a dual master's degree in British literature and creative writing because I couldn't decide which one I really wanted to do, so going for a dual was the best. I don't have two master's degree, I have a dual, and there is a difference there. I have taught creative writing in the past, but mostly I have taught literature and composition. And I'm teaching graduate courses in British literature for SNU right now, even though I've been here for 4 years. I also taught mythology and Lit 100 on the undergrad side for several years as well. I have been team lead almost as long as I have been teaching here at SNU. And I guess I've been a team lead for about 3 years, a little over 3 years. And I enjoy both the teaching and the team lead. I feel that being a team lead is giving back to a community. And trust me, I have been evaluated for many years. I've been teaching college classes for 18 years, if I take into consideration the time that I was a TA. I've taught at community college, I've taught at universities, and so I have a wide experience in addition to working in elementary schools in California. But my point was, I tend to ramble, bear with me. My point that I was going to make was, I've had a lot of evaluations in my life, and I've only had a couple that were unfavorable, and actually I've only had one that was unfavorable. And it was my first class when I was teaching at a local community college, my first online course. And I felt that I had been thrown to the wolves, not that I would use a cliche, and I was marked down for things such as not using the right font and not using colored font. SNU has a different policy, a different approach toward this, and I have truly appreciated my team leads and the feedback that they have given me. And so I tried to learn from that one unfavorable evaluation what not to do as a team lead. By the way, when I got that unfavorable and you can see it still sticking in my craw. That expression my mother would use, chickens have craws. It's still sticking in my craw because I felt that I had not been given enough no guidance really. And so SNU doesn't do that. But I took that evaluation and I used it to improve my performance in the classroom. And so I would hope that when I do contact or outreach any of you, that my comments will be kind and helpful, and that you feel free to contact me about anything. I am here to coach and to help and to guide. I'm not here to micromanage. I'm not here to tell you how to do it or to change your style, but here as support for you. And SNU does have a wonderful support system, which I really appreciate because it's not that way at a lot of schools, and I have taught at quite a few. I'm going to stop rambling and move on from here. But if you have any questions, please contact me. Please ask me. And if I outreach you and give you some feedback that you don't understand, with which you disagree, or that you want to clarify, let me know and we will talk about it. Okay, I really am going to stop there, and I will be seeing you in your classroom. If I can shut this off.